Alright, welcome back to the channel. South Carolina got dominated by Vanderbilt 31-7 last night. It's a hard game to watch. Um, Before the season started, I felt like this might be we might have a setback this season, because we lost so many players on our defense. I felt like we might struggle to get 7-5 or 6-6, and I had my concerns about offensive coordinator Mike Shula, based on what I saw in the bowl game last year. But I said, we'll give him a chance. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe he can do it. But, after these first three games, especially last night, I see that he's got the most basic, most simple offense. It's very predictable. There's no creativity to it at all. It seems like he's got like 4 or 5 plays he runs over and over. Hand the ball off straight up the middle. Throw it to Nick Harbor. Or a pass to the tight end. That's about it. The offensive line play is bad. Everybody in the other team and everybody in the stadium knows what we're going to do. 4th and 1, we drop back in shotgun, hand it off to the running back to go straight up the middle. The whole defense was in our backfield because everybody knew what was coming. And it doesn't make any sense to me that receivers that were very good last year, contributed a lot last year, like Jared Brown and Dre Jacobs, Mazio Bennett. They're not factors at all this season. We've got Harbor. We've got Donovan Murphy. He's starting to come on and make a few catches. We've had Lonnie Teasley, the offensive line coach, for 4 or 5 years now, and its offensive line play has been bad for 4 or 5 years. I mean, they might start getting a little better toward the last 4 or 5 games of the season, but that's, it doesn't make any sense. They need to make a change at that offensive line coach. They need to make a change at offensive coordinator. I don't know if there's anybody on staff who could step in and do a better job right away. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting because Sellers got knocked out the game, but, Luke Doty, he's been around 5 or 6 years. He started 6 games. He's been in stadiums all over the conference. I mean, he made a few good passes, a few good runs, but at other times he looked like a rattled freshman back there. We've got some good running backs, but if they make a few good plays, we have a few stupid penalties to wipe it out, like illegal substitution and false starts. It's going to be a struggle for this team to win 6 games. I don't know where they're going to get 6 wins. I know what's going to happen to them next week. They're going to get blown out the water. And there's no excuse for it because we have the talent. We've got the players. And they have to execute. I understand that. But if you're so predictable, that makes it harder to execute. And that comes down to coaching. Now, defensively, I have confidence in Clayton White that he's going to get this. They're going to improve every week. He'll find a way to get this defense going. He's got the talent, and he'll bring these guys together as a unit. But I don't know. I gave up on these guys last year at halftime of the Alabama game, and they turned it around and they proved me wrong. And the same thing the year before, I gave up after the Florida game, but they turned it around and they beat Tennessee and Clemson, and they had a good bowl game. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on it.